Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. Celebrities are demanding that world leaders take swift and decisive action on climate change. This is not a new issue for Leo DiCaprio, who's been a UN climate spokesperson for quite a long time. Leo is leading the fight from his 450-foot-long diesel-powered yacht, and Cher is also very concerned about climate change. Sometimes she's concerned from her Hollywood apartment, and other times she's concerned from her Florida mansion. Occasionally she gets concerned at her London mansion, and other times she gets concerned from her equestrian estate in Benedict Canyon. I think she also gets very troubled about climate change from her Owlwood estate in Beverly Hills. Everything about this estate indicates that she wants to lower her carbon footprint. She must be very concerned about sea level rise because she purchased a mansion in Florida just above sea level. She demands that these top men end bad weather. Them and their friends flew to the climate conference in 118 private jets. These people are very worried about sea level rise, which they say could cost the world $14 trillion a year. On the last day of Barack Obama's presidency, a report was released by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The report said that sea levels could rise by more than 8 feet by the end of the century. The report also contained a series of regional estimates suggesting that many parts of the United States will experience sea level rise at a rate well above the global average. Given that all the oceans are interconnected and that water seeks a level surface, Archimedes must be spinning in his grave at the breathtaking idiocy of that statement. If sea level is going to rise 8 feet in one place, it's going to have to rise pretty close to 8 feet every place else. Barack Obama was so worried about the more than 8 feet of sea level rise in the United States that he went off and bought a $12 million mansion on the beach in Massachusetts. Now let's look at the regional estimates mentioned in the report from the last day of Obama's presidency. None of the tide gauges in the northeastern United States show any acceleration over the past century, and all are below the lowest of the regional scenarios. These regional scenarios have nothing to do with actual science, they're simply political propaganda. NOAA is an agency which is directly under control of the White House. Today, the Democrats voted to spend $1 trillion in order to stop this non-existent acceleration in the rate of sea level rise.
To turn the climate crisis into an opportunity. And it puts us on a path to win the economic competition of the 21st century that we face with China and other large countries and the rest of the world. It's going to create more jobs, good-paying jobs, union jobs that can't be outsourced, and they're going to transform our transportation system with the most significant investments in passenger rail, the most significant investment in 50 years, in roads and bridges, the most significant investment in 70 years, and more investment in public transit than we've ever made. Period.
This is what the New York subway looked like at the peak of the epidemic last year. President Biden wants to pack lots more people into public transportation like this. And at the same time, when New York City was packing people into mass transit in the subway, they were enforcing social distancing like this in the park. Nothing these celebrities or politicians are doing is honest or makes any sense. But they all serve the purpose of restricting your movements, which gets you out of their way at the airport security line and off the freeways. The global elite are tired of you getting in their way, and they've come up with all sorts of scams to solve their problem. All of these people are actors, and some of them are better than others. But to be fair, these guys do seem to be currently acting out a third-rate sequel. Toto has been pulling back the curtain on this clown show for almost 14 years. You can visit him, Curie, and Caesar on the web at realclimatescience.com.